says offline on my
Facebook too, but it says that other viewers can see.
Oh no, there we go. Okay. Maybe not.
I don't know. I have really shitty hotel internet.
It might have dropped out there for a second, but I think
I think we're back.
I think we're back. Yeah, it looks. I mean, it usually would tell me if we're like fully offline, so I think we're good.
Okay, cool. But just wanted to make sure. Trying to keep an eye on things. So.
You got that match.
Exploding barbed wire death match.
Hell
fucking yeah.
I wonder how brutal they get with it. I mean,
they're gonna get super fucking brutal.
It's Moxley and Omega.
Do you remember when they had the barbed wire off the ramp? I forget what pay-per-view that was.
Yeah.
And like even Renee was like tweeting like, I can't watch this right now.
Yeah.
You know, like they're gonna go. They're gonna fucking go. And because it's time to go. No one's done anything like that in a fucking long ass time.
Not in America,
especially
at least.
Like in America, yeah. Like
I don't even think it's happened in Japan in a long time. Like, dude, and as soon as they announced it, there started like a whole bunch of clips of like old Terry Funk matches.
Yeah,
of the exploding ring rope barbed wire. I'm like, oh, I forgot how crazy these were because I used to have that King of the Deathmatch tournament.
That shit was
VHS.
So crazy, wasn't it? That God, dude, they're fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
And I think they're gonna fucking go because this is like this new renaissance of, and it's like, you know, here's another way to bring people from that old time and who loved that hardcore shit
and who love the deathmatch style now.
Yeah. And then
GCW
people who
fans.
have never seen it, who have been just gotten into wrestling, or maybe, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" Like it's
not
kind of perfect
for everybody.
Timing.
It is, and it's going to be polarizing, and some people are going to love it, and some people are going to hate it.
Yeah,
and it's going to turn people off, and it's, you know what I mean. But
Jim Cornette is going to love it, every bit of it. I know that for sure.
Yeah, obviously, he loves everything.
Yeah, he's already beating off in his closet with a fucking belt around his neck just thinking about it. I hope he dies.
Is he going to carotene himself?
Asphyxiation. What?
Is he's going to carotene himself?
Yeah, I hope he carotenes himself if he can get to Thailand.
Some of the other stuff that's really interesting going on with AEW. I have the notes from today's Tony Khan interview with Bryan Alvarez, if you want me to quickly go through some of those, because there are some interesting key talking points that...
Shoot.
Yeah. So Tony said later this week we will get information on AEW content on various platforms.
AEW.
A-dubs.
So by that I mean I think that obviously suggests some form of streaming deal, probably that we haven't seen quite yet. I can see them doing something with Bleacher Report as they've done in the past, or Fight TV. Like that, those are the logical. I mean, I know they have their deals, but I'm talking something maybe more akin to like a network sort of situation.
I wonder if, because remember I was saying you can get, if you use a VPN, like in the UK, you can get Dynamite and stuff, and like past Dynamites and some other AEW stuff for $4.99 a month.
Yep.
I don't know the conversion to pounds. Don't care to. Yeah,
it comes out. I mean, $4.99 a month is about $8-9, you know. So
okay.
It's like
but regardless, it's
pints and pieces
and
of
a
fish.
kick to your neighbor's face. Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, I think, I wonder if because they already kind of have something set up in another country like that, now it brings that opportunity to the United States, which would be great, because you can't, like getting TNT is fucking, you got to pay for something to get it.
Right.
And if you're not watching all of this other shit, and you're not just TNT, but the other things you're paying for, like on any streaming service, whether it be Sling, YouTube, like, you know, Hulu, like all of those things, which above and beyond, I will say YouTube fucking crushes. I've tried all of them so many times. YouTube fucking crushes. It's expensive as fuck, but it crushes. I just think that, like, it's for people like me, who only want the AEW content, the money is there. Like, they can be making some money. And I don't think it's like billions of dollars, like WWE generating, but it is generating revenue, and there is an opportunity for them to do it. And I think they have enough content now
that we're a couple years in, that it can justify it. Yeah, I think you're right. I also think is there is there a TNT version of like a Peacock, for instance? Like,
I don't think so.
Because I could see something like that with like a TNT TBS sort of thing.
Well, they should bring back like Turner Home Broadcasting. Like,
right. But yeah,
I once bumped into Ted Turner, like legitimately bumped into him, by the way, in Denver. It was weird. It was outside of a Ted's Montana grill, which, it was in like 16th Street Mall, Larimer Square area of Denver. And I was leaving school and I was always walking to the bus. And like all these people were outside, and I was like, I'm just trying to get to the fucking bus, not miss my bus. And I'm walk by, and I was wearing an Atlanta Braves hat, and I bump into this fucking old dude. And I fucking turn around and outside of Ted's, and like I was like, why is it so fucking busy? I literally bump into this old dude, and I turn around and I'm like, hey, sorry, man. And he's like, I really like your hat. And I was like,
oh wow,
it's Ted Turner. And I was like, I gotta go catch my.
And how ironic that you grew up in Atlanta, didn't bump into him there, but bumped into him in Denver, right?
Denver.
Yeah.
So there is a TNT app, but you have to have a TV subscription.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how they get you.
So I found this app the other day, and I was telling Owen about it. It's called
on the dark web.
That's a different show. We talk about that on the other show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody cares. Dark web harder.
Yeah.
It's called Tubi, TUBI, and it's the only place I found that has Lucha Underground, besides like the El Rey network or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'll watch Lucha Underground with commercials. That's fine. So at least I have a way of watching.
Yeah, you said it's free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
well,
I
haven't checked it out yet, but I definitely will. Tony also said that the AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling relationship is in effect, but travel restrictions are preventing talent from being exchanged. Once they are lifted, get ready for some surprises.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, that's what I want.
That right
God
there.
Damn it. Everyone stay home and wear your masks. Wear them inside, double mask. Fucking let's let wrestling be great again. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fucking
Let's
stay
get
home.
Okada over.
I don't give a fuck about whatever else you have going. Just stay inside. Let's all hunker down.
Double mask in your house by yourself.
In your house, in a closet.
Yes.
And fucking like just for a
Put
month.
Your head
so we can have some amazing
bag.
fucking wrestling matches.
Exactly. I mean, what are those surprises? Who do you imagine, right? I mean, because I think
they're gonna do fucking Tamatanga.
Thank you.
They're 100%. That's fucking it.
Yeah, Bullet Club.
That's so money. I think you got Naito. You got quite a few that you can bring over.
You could also then do like
Evil.
Fuck, why am I forgetting his name right now? And I'm picturing him. Fucking
Bob
the
Backlund.
Golden Lovers.
Fucking Kota Ibushi.
Ibushi and fucking Omega. You can
so many stories that you can tell with all of this. Like it.
I mean, you're opening. This is like opening universes and like expanding and crossing universes and stories and timelines and fucking comic books and things like that.
It really is.
Like,
I mean,
this is an Infinity War.
Well, it would almost be like a DC and Marvel worlds colliding. Yeah, crossover type thing. I think that's a very good way to put it, Matthew, with the universes and all that. But he also said that there will be old and new faces showing up on Dynamite very soon.
Legends Night.
Yeah, Legends Night.
Every
We're back
night
at
is Legends Night. Every promotion is Legends Night.
Yep.
He said we will get more news regarding Revolution tomorrow on Dynamite. Huge news is expected. So whatever that means, again, pretty cryptic.
What did you guys think of Jake the Snake taking some bumps?
Oh, it was kind of crazy to see that, especially like with his previous health scares and whatnot.
I know. And Sting took a bump.
Sting took a big bump. That power bomb was not a joke of a power bomb either. Like, it was a safe power bomb, but it was.
But it was still a power bomb.
It was still a power bomb.
And Brian Cage is a big boy.
Yeah. There's actually a quote about Sting later on in what's been said here too. Let's see. When Tony Khan saw Tay Conti at NXT House Show years ago, he immediately thought of her as a star. She worked as a manager at that live event, so he obviously thinks very highly of Tay Conti.
I think she's a star.
Oh yeah, I know. You're a little sweet. You're a little sweet on Tay Conti. Yeah, I know. Who wouldn't be? The old and new faces that Tony was referring to will shake up the landscape of AEW. They could show up at any time. So I'm a little interested in that. I don't really. There's nobody. There's nobody on the top of. God, can you imagine? But there's nobody really that's standing out to me as. I mean, everybody seems like they've kind of fallen into places apart from Marty's girl.
Well, that was the one I was going to say.
Yeah, and we talked about that a few podcasts ago, how great he would fit in at NXT and do well. I think he would do well all over, but I think honestly, what if this you've had this elite kind of breaking and fracturing and this long storyline and Hangman and all these things, and like now you have like Bullet Club and things like what if he ends up coming in and being this glue that fucking
puts the elite back together? Yeah.
You know, like they're not fully fucking broken. They're broken, but they're not fully like cut off at the fucking limb.
No.
Yet. They're still hanging on. So like you can fucking patch that back up, utilize him, bring him in.
Yep.
And you can fully fucking break them.
The thing that worries me too, I mean, I guess, is the old and new faces. Like, new faces to me kind of refers to like younger wrestlers. I don't know if that's like new faces, like people that we've never seen before. Like maybe he's referring to that. Like, or
I feel like he's more saying like people that you've seen and people that you haven't seen.
Right.
And as opposed to the old and new faces, like maybe,
but like we haven't,
like maybe Jeff Cobb, right? Who we saw for a minute. You know what I mean? Like they're.
Yeah. I think we need to see a Tony Khan versus Shane McMahon match. I think that's
Hell in a Cell, obviously.
Amazing.
No, underground. Underground.
Hell in a Cell underground.
Okay, well, the cell is underground.
Yeah. It's a buried alive match too. It's a lot.
It's a lot going on there. Yeah.
When he was doing the Impact commercials, Tony Khan, I will just say this randomly because we're talking. Did you notice that when he was standing, he was doing this, like he was like putting his like this to like pump out his
arms, like make him look tougher. Yeah, that's good.
I'm like, I think that was on purpose.
That's like me. No, that's like me doing that. You know,
that's what I was gonna say. It's just like Owen being like, "Look at how buff I am." None of us are buying that shit. It's like me. I'm flabby.
It is what it is. I forgot that there was a quote. I don't know if it was from this interview, but I was going to reference something about the whole Sting thing. Is that he did confirm that Sting has been training and has been wrestling.
AEW confirmed.
AEW confirmed.
Sting to AEW confirmed. Oh,
yeah. I think they've confirmed that enough times on Dynamite.
They're confirming the confirmation.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
He's gonna come out and do a special stare off with Team Taz. Yeah.
And we'll get to a little bit more of that just later on as we kind of look at the way that Revolution is shaping up. But the last thing that Tony said, or was one of the major takeaway points from this interview, was that Tony said that the 6th participant for the Face of the Revolution ladder match will be revealed at the pay-per-view. So we are getting a surprise entrant at the pay-per-view, which... Again, I mean, it could go very much in that direction. It could go a Jeff Cobb. It could go like pretty much that old and new thing that we just talked about, like, could apply to this.
All right, think about it. Like, who else would we want?
Oof. Danhausen, Warhorse.
But Danhausen signed a Ring of Honor now.
Yeah. Roosh
also signed a Ring of Honor.
Did he re-sign? I thought that was the whole deal. Like he wasn't.
No, I think he re-signed because
like
they
a lot of
brought his
people I'm
dad
thinking
in.
of are in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Ooh, I mean, I know he's in.
Open that gate or door or whatever you want to call it.
Right. I mean, you could also be talking about some Impact guys, maybe even having come over, like a Moose. That would work. Yeah, I don't really have
Lethal,
many.
Juice Robinson.
That's true too. That's
Will Ospreay.
I'll pop pretty damn hard if that happens.
Just spitballing off the top of my head here. I don't want to see it be fucking Matt Cardona.
No, it does. No. It does nothing for me.
Not that I have it. Like I don't have a problem.
No, it just.
But like he does not. I don't pop for.
It would be underwhelming. It would be underwhelming if it was that, and nothing against the guy, and I think he's extremely talented. But Matt Sydal, it's kind of like when he came in, like. I knew the name Evan Bourne wasn't super familiar, but then it's like,
but he literally came in, he had that terrible almost death.
Yes.
And has he done anything else?
Yeah,
since?
yeah. He's been he had him and his brother. I think it might be Mike Sydal.
Mike Sydal. They've
been doing some stuff on Dark. And I think they were on Dynamite last week or the week before, but they had a tag match together. So they are doing something with him, but I think they're using him more as a locker room guy for the younger kids, and I think he's kind of in that sort of role.
Sure.
I'm assuming Matthews just needed to sign off there for a second. Hopefully he comes back.
Mike Sydal, who was known as the Yoga Monster in Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling and Lucha Libre and Laughs, a lot of the time here in Denver. He actually main evented a couple of the shows at Lucha Libre and Laughs that I saw. So yeah, he was known as the Yoga Monster. He'd bring a yoga mat out. Yeah.
I mean, why not?
I'm glad that gimmick's done, but it worked here in Denver.
Can't imagine why it would work there in Denver.
Before we get to the way that Revolution is shaping up, there was a tweet today that I found. I think that you guys would find pretty interesting. FTR's Dax replied to Cody Rhodes on Twitter saying "Friends forever," and then posted with a GIF of the Four Horsemen.
They've been teasing this shit.
Yeah, I know. They've been teasing it for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already said, like, we've gone through our many a time, like our how do we think that they do the Four Horsemen, of course, in AEW, and we've been down that road. But Cody's name is one of those that always pops up, and
which is so weird.
But do you think Cody's gonna? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's so weird because of how much of a rival Dusty and the Horsemen were.
Right. Yeah. I mean it should kind of go the other way around, really, but who knows? Who knows what they're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, and also, I don't know. I keep thinking, as of 2 minutes ago when we started this conversation, or this topic rather, like what happens when Cody has his baby?
Yeah.
Like you can't do this and then just go away.
And he's been very adamant about not wanting to wrestle a day past 35.
Yeah.
And
he's been very adamant. How old is he? Let's see.
I'm looking at.
I think he's a year younger than me. I want to say
he's
30. He's like 33 or something. Like he's not far away from 35.
He's 35.
He's 35.
Okay, then.
He's born in 1985.
Yeah. There you go.
June 30th.
So yeah, like I know that he doesn't want to wrestle very much longer.
Right.
Because he's trying to like, and I think that's part of the reason that he hasn't been on TV as much either.
He's pulling it back.
Yeah.
Do you think Shaq puts him into retirement?
Oh, please. I hope so.
You know who
that Shaq Fu, bro. He's not ready.
You know, I think will be put in retirement not tomorrow, but the following week on Dynamite, and that's poor Marko Stunt, because he's got himself a matchup against the boys with FTR and Tully Blanchard. Tully Blanchard coming back to the ring. I think he's gonna absolutely just murder Marko Stunt.
Yeah. 100%.
and that's gonna be interesting to see if Tully can do anything. Like, do you think down the road we get an Arn Tully match?
I hope so. With Jake the Snake
hilarious.
Roberts fucking refereeing.
The other day, Tully posted on his Instagram, and it was a time lapse of like him doing 500 squats at the end of his workout.
Oh shit!
He still does 500 fucking Hindu squats a day.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
good on him.
You guys don't?
I don't think I've done 500 squats in my life.
Oh.
I don't think you and I have done 500 squats in our lives combined.
So
let's be completely real about that.
let's talk about the way that Revolution is shaped.
Revolution.
We're obviously
I think Duncan should always, every time there's a pay-per-view, he should write some sort of OhNo Wrestling theme music for it that we play on.
Yeah,
it's just like
it's a revolution.
It's a revolution.
It's always butt rock, but not, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like a different variant of butt rock.
Yeah.
So
he was talking shit on Edge's theme music the other day, and I was just like, "Excuse me." Sir.
Yeah, I've not ever been a fan of Edge's music. I know a lot of people are. I know a lot of people. You think you know me? All that shit.
I mean, he's done the "You Think You Know Me" forever. Like
Yeah.
he did the "You Think You Know Me" before the Rob Zombie music.
I think I know you. I think I get it.
Yeah,
I
think I got it.
That drum fill, bro, just fucking.
It does nothing for me. Give me Edge, brood Edge. That's all I want.
Yeah, but
what's your guys' least favorite entrance music?
Least favorite of all time?
Like, it could be all time or right now.
Right now?
Like, this isn't like
least
favorite
on the
of
spot,
all time. Just like what comes to mind.
Nia Jax.
Like,
right now, Nia Jax.
I'm on a bow, but down and wow.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always thought
is not like most girls, just in case anybody.
I'm gonna botch you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come on my hole.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
I always hated ICP doing the Oddities theme song.
Oh no, that was fun. That was great.
Well, you're kind of a juggalo, so
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've listened to the radio show like every week, so I know where you're.
We understand.
The thing about Nia Jax is I for the longest time I didn't know that it said I'm not like most girls. I thought it said I'm not a monster because I thought that
I'm not a monster.
Yeah, you can see it, right?
Yeah, no, I know. Honestly, I hate Roman's music.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah, I will say I don't like his music, but at least it's heavy enough to hit.
Yeah.
That like when it, because like there's some that like,
dude, Dean's music when it was the motorcycle revving up and then that just generic fucking rock riff.
Yeah, that's bad.
Jeff Hardy's is bad too.
Jeff Hardy's is bad. I also don't like
it's stock music. You hear it on tons of shows. You can find it. Like I remember Top Gear, it's been on Top Gear, it's been on like a million shows. They use it on like everything. And I'm like, oh, Jeff Hardy's coming out and it's fucking, like
Jeff Hardy's coming out on Top Gear.
That's weird.
You do a swanton off this car?
Yeah.
Onto this car?
It's really weird. It's really weird. Yeah, so that's another one I dislike.
I don't ever really like as much as I like the wrestlers in Owen. This is not a shot at your brethren, but when they do like the fucking regal
British
flag flying British shit, like that entrance music never fucking gets me.
The
Like,
only one,
like-
the only one that works is the British Bulldog because it's the British Bulldog. Apart from that,
It's just like, and they're as good of wrestlers as they can be. It's just like the music just doesn't like. I just want when someone's music hits, entrance music, I want it to fucking hit, right?
Yeah. Oh, and how can we leave out on bad, entrance themes? Of course, Randy Orton. I mean, pretty much every Randy Orton theme has been bad. Every one of them.
You know what? And I'll go ahead and say CM Punk.
Yeah,
I
Cult of
fucking hate that
Personality-
music.
Cult
What
of
the fuck
doesn't
is
fit.
that
Sucks
song?
a
I
bag of
fucking hate
dicks.
that shit.
it's not a good song, and
Not
it's
a good song.
And even more than that, it's not a good wrestling theme. Like it just doesn't have the pacing or the energy.
Any other
or-
fucking Living Color song, for Christ's sake. and it would be
Exactly. Like I have nothing against Living
No,
Color.
I like Living Color.
Yeah.
And in Living Color. That was a great
that was a good show too. Yeah.
I like living in color.
Well, yeah, because you're in Virginia, not Pleasantville.
Oh, yeah, there's color here.
Moving on to a theme that I do like and kind of how Revolution is shaping out.
Revolution.
One of the matches that I guess they must have announced on Dynamite, or maybe I missed it, but we're getting Hangman Page versus Isaiah Cassidy. So that's
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, obviously you got the Matt Hardy Hangman scenario going.
Are we really? I thought we were getting. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. No, this is for.
I got
no.
Hardy and Hangman.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Where winner receives the loser's 2021 first quarter earnings.
We're getting Hangman and Isaiah Cassidy tomorrow night. That's
okay.
yeah. I was looking actually at the list of the matches set for tomorrow night, where we're having Lance Archer versus Rey Fenix in a Face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier.
Nice.
Hangman.
I like that. I love that Rey Fenix has been getting his singles comeuppance.
Yeah. What's weird about that though too?
I need a Rey Fenix match.
Is that I thought both of those.
Duncan, we gotta go to Mexico.
Gotta go to Mexico.
Dude, let's go.
I would have thought both those guys would have been in that match, but presumably because it's a qualifier, only one of the two will be in it. And my natural pick for that would be Rey Fenix. But I don't know.
I'd say Phoenix because Penta's going to be in the match as well.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then it looks like there's 2 TBAs.
Interesting.
So we have the women's championship.
Yeah.
So there's the Eliminator tournament, which I'm looking at right now. If Wikipedia is correct, we right now have one more bracket to get us to the semifinals.
Yeah, tomorrow night we'll have Britt Baker and Nyla Rose, and that's a semifinals.
Yep.
That's a semifinals match.
Yep.
So the winner of that,
and then Thunder Rosa and Rio.
So that must be okay. So it must be semifinals for the American side, right?
Yeah. So the Japanese side's already decided. Now whoever wins the Japanese side
will face the winner,
Sakazaki and Mizunami. So then they'll go to the finals.
And
so
then the winner, because the winner of the final will go on to take on Shida versus the tournament winner. Is what I've seen. Right? Okay.
Yeah. So
you're seeing the same shit I am.
Yep. So we have Thunder Rosa and Rio and Nyla Rose versus Britt Baker. How do you guys see this shaking out?
I think it's Britt Baker's to lose.
Baker. Yeah.
I know.
I think Britt Baker goes all the way and she takes the title off of Shida.
I saw it was.
It's time.
I saw it was confirmed that Thunder Rosa is not signed with AEW officially. So she's working off contract. I don't see them going all the way with Thunder Rosa as much as I like her quite yet.
Yeah, but good. But also good for her with the way things have been opening up.
Without a doubt.
Wrestling-wise. She may be one of those few to have a contract that allows her to do that.
To bounce around a little bit.
Love
Ooh.
Yeah, and nice chair too. Nice product placement, by the way, when you got up.
That's what we do.
Have you been playing Sims all day, or?
No, I've been mining gold in World of Warcraft.
In your second life.
Have you rubbed one out in that chair yet? Have you
Not yet.
So you haven't christened it quite.
All over the chair.
Yeah.
I came on it, not in it. Get it right, Jesus Christ.
Revolution, though, we.
That was the first thing I did when I got to this hotel room.
You gotta warn me when you do that, so I can turn up your reverb.
Just
can
figure anytime
you get one?
Just figure you say anytime you say the word, I'm probably gonna revolution.
We're talking about AEW
Revolution.
I missed it. We'll get it next time. I'm sure of it. But okay, so we got the exploding barbed wire death match. We got Sheeta versus the tournament winner. We're calling Baker right now, all of us. I know
I'll
it.
lock my pick in as Baker.
For that one, I will. But we'll get to it. I mean, we're a couple weeks out.
I will say, Team Taz versus Darby Allin and Sting. I just hope this is the end of that shit.
It's
I'm
gone
so
too
tired
far.
of it. Just be fucking done. I'm not even excited. Young Bucks Inner Circle.
Yeah, kind of that. That's probably where the full Chris Jericho and MJF split occurs.
I was gonna say, because right now, the thought of that match doesn't really do anything for me.
It doesn't do anything for me either.
No, and it's not like I don't like everyone in there too. It's weird.
I love everyone in there.
Yeah,
even Wardlow.
It's time to in Wardlow, he looked, and I've said it on previous podcasts, he looked like such a fucking powerhouse. Then he didn't do it. Then all of a sudden he did it for me. And I was like, oh shit, there he finally is after all that build up, and then it fell flat. Now he's doing great. Then I was like, oh, then there's that Hager and Wardlow match where they're both big guys, and it just fucking
was
felt
clunky.
like they're fumbling through it.
Yeah.
The timing was off, whatever. Yep. They're but with what's happening with Inner Circle and everything, with Sammy leaving and everything, the fracturing has started. The Bucks aren't breaking up.
No.
Jericho and MJF have to. MJF is too big of a star to fucking have tied to just Jericho and someone. You know what I'm saying?
And the Bucks haven't had the belts that long either. It would seem very,
it would be so weird, and you would need Jericho and MJF to lose it real quick. So you need the Bucks too, because the Bucks said also they wanted to be losing for 2 years, right?
Right.
They wanted, so when they actually won, it meant more, but they ended up taking. Who knows if that's a work or whatever? In the interviews that they say, I don't fucking know. But they kill the business. But I will say that taking it off them right now makes it seem less of a big deal and a part of the AEW tag title history. Let them run with it. Do this kind of breakup. Maybe fucking, I don't know.
There's so many teams.
Hager can come down and fucking fuck with Wardlow. I don't know. Not that needs to happen. I think all that's going to end up happening, despite how we get there, is Jericho and Sting are going to be pointing baseball bats at each other within 6 months.
I think you're probably right. Speaking of Sting, though, too, it's being marketed as a street fight between Ricky Starks, Brian Cage versus Darby Allin and Sting.
Yeah.
Do you think they go cinematic?
Yep, because that's how you protect Sting.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to, on this week's Dynamite, tomorrow's Dynamite, though, I'm looking forward to Rock Hard Jake Hager versus Brandon Cutler. That's gonna be a
fucking massacre.
A massive massacre.
I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight.
You're gonna be rock hard thinking about Rock Hard.
Yeah,
Jake
I've been up
Hager.
since 4:45 a.m.
I don't know how you're. You're
probably not going to sleep.
No, it's because you've already been thinking.
I'm probably just going to be watching TNT, just waiting.
Just wait.
Just watching whatever the fuck they have on.
Probably Law and Order still.
Yeah, they play Law and Order and
SVU
and movies featuring The Rock.
Hey, by the way, sorry, this is non-wrestling. What the fuck is with TV nowadays? Like, I don't ever watch TV unless I'm in a hotel room, which is kind of most of the time, actually.
Yeah.
But like, it's like literally they just block off like fucking like 12 hours, and it's just one show,
Yeah.
12 hours a day.
It's
every day.
annoying.
I'm like, who can I
It's
get that job?
ridiculousness.
Because I'll
Yeah.
just put wrestling. Yeah, I mean that's the ridiculousness thing is fucking ridiculous. That's literally what that is. But could I just get the job? Because I'll just put like wrestling on a bunch of channels every day, and then I'll put some porn on some other channels for some people, put some dog shows for the other people. Like I could
Office
clean up-
reruns. Oh wait, Comedy Central already does that.
Fucking cut that off. Comedy Central is basically just Parks and Recreation in The Office. It's all they play. Maybe Futurama. God damn it, dude! Like
it's irritating, man. As somebody that has cable mainly for sports and i.e. wrestling,
bullshit.
It's like, what are we getting here? Yeah, no, it's crap. It's crap. Something that our Facebook group asked Deuce in our Facebook group was talking a little bit about poor Anna Jay. Injured for 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months.
With that, what was it? Shoulder?
Yeah.
It was like a shoulder.
A rotator cuff, I think, or something.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the video of obviously the work of, the doctor like going, no, now you're going to have to see someone. But I feel bad because she was actually getting some comeuppance.
Mm-hmm. But Deuce is kind of referencing that. And he says, so with Anna Jay going down with an injury, it feels like AEW women's division is snake bit. But he does bring up a couple interesting points here. Britt Baker gets hurt, but still gets a push, right? Remember when that was all going down? Yep. She was hurt, but still got a push. Chris Statlander, kind of the same thing. As maybe not on TV as much, but certainly on BTE, was hurt for a while, but still kind of kept in the picture. Big Swole gets a push and is MIA. That is interesting as well. So he's asking who should get pushed next, and what do you think is the problem with the women's division, and this being a reoccurring occurrence? I guess he's asking, maybe are they working unsafe or what have you? I don't think that's any of the case. I don't think it's that.
I don't even know that that's what he's necessarily.
I don't think. Maybe not.
It's been like more of that. It's been a run of bad luck.
Yep.
And who would be your next?
Who would be the next push after that? They don't. I don't know because I don't know enough of the women really. I mean, I guess you got Tay Conti.
Yeah, girl.
I guess you
got
push Tay Conti for Matthew.
Yeah.
Just for me, but
is it
like seriously, what happened to Big Swole?
That is a very good question. I don't know.
Abaddon.
Abaddon, that's the one.
Hey, Rocky Mountain Pro.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You guys saw her there?
That's where she came from.
I did not.
Yep.
Yeah, she actually used to do this bit gimmick as Arigato, and she was like a cat, like Catwoman type thing, and then she started doing the whole devilish Abaddon type
zombie-ish thing.
And then when I saw her on AEW, I was like, wait a second, what the fuck? And then good brother Jay Jansen and I were like, what the fuck? And then I like read an interview where Kenny Omega was talking about her. And Kenny Omega's like, yeah, she's like, you want this comic book, like unbelievable type thing where, and I was just like, really? I'm like, I went to like every Rocky Mountain Pro for a long time. Like I went to the beer halls. I went to the tapings at the fucking fairgrounds and she was always there. And I'm like, now I'm good on her. So, like she's definitely not my favorite. I just have a soft spot just because like hometown bred and like I have seen her so many times, so I am rooting, but there is something there. But I don't think, I just still think like I keep going back in my mind to Big Swole. Like,
right.
He's a fucking good wrestler.
Yeah.
She's good on the fucking mic. She
looks a bit like persona. An alien.
Like an alien?
Yeah, it looks a bit like an alien, but that's just
more
like
a little bit than Chris Statlander.
A little bit, but I'd rather have her than Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I guess when you ask what's going on with the women's division, my take right now, which I will say can change any minute, but is that it's inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So
inconsistent.
It's consistently inconsistent, and that's the problem. And that may be due to injuries, which Deuce has alluded to and such. There were things that have happened, but they still wrote stories around that for people like Britt Baker and things like that. I understand you can't do that for everyone, but it has been inconsistent, and it's been inconsistent in the way that they've done storylines and character building.
And they've had a bad run of it. This women's eliminator tournament has at least highlighted to a certain degree some some of the talent, and I think that's like it's taking steps in the right direction with doing that, but it's not like it's really being presented that dramatically on Dynamite though either. Like it's kind of all just been on like YouTube or Bleacher Report or whatever the hell it's been on. Like I guess we're gonna get it a little bit tomorrow, but a lot of it's like I haven't seen a single drop of the women of the Japanese side of it. I haven't.
Yeah, that's 100% true. So I wonder where they're actually broadcasting that more. If it is like I don't know, maybe I need a VPN to Japan and see like what
I don't
the
think
fuck's
you
going on.
do. I don't think you do. I think
YouTube.
I think it's just been more. Yeah, it's kind of like what was they had like a women's tournament not too long ago before
That's
this.
their go-to is we don't know what to do with the women's division. Let's
so
we
do a tournament. Yeah, and
but like
it's cheating a little bit.
I saw this in the group when I like barely get in, but someone said something about Serena Deeb and I know that I went on a fucking little bit of a tangent a couple of weeks ago because there was a match with her and my girl. But and I was like, and I was just like, I didn't see it. And even for Ty Conti, that match wasn't the greatest. And maybe with Serena Deeb, that was just the match between the two of them wasn't great, right? Like maybe that's what I saw. But I've seen Serena Deeb do some matches where I'm like, okay, you're fucking good. Like I'm not knocking you for any reason because you are a good wrestler, but like it seemed like a lot of people, at least, and I don't remember the exact post, and I don't remember how many people, but it seemed like most people were behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I'm not sold and bought in.
Okay.
And I don't know why that is.
It's because there's no character. It's because she plays the character of good wrestler. And if you're going to play the character of good wrestler, in my mind, you need to be like this, like play up this person is a hold specialist or a submission specialist and what have you, like, because otherwise it's very hard to get invested in someone that is borderline characterless. It's hard to tell a story.
Okay,
it's hard to tell a story with that, and I think that's what you saw with the Ty Conti match in her. It's the realistically, even Ty Conti, what's the story there? Like there's not she doesn't have much of a character. Like I don't know what she is. She's sort of buddies with Anna Jay from the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Like but not in the Dark Order. That's all I know about her, and that she's Brazilian. Like that's literally all I know about her. Maybe spend a little bit of time in NXT.
That's all you need to know.
But that's it. Like
it's all Matthew cares about.
You need to just go down to Brazil, buddy.
I'll get to know later. Can I get your number?
Yeah. But yes, I mean, I don't know what the answer is. I think it's gonna just take a while with the women's division, and I think they've had more than their fair share of setbacks. I do think it's better than when they started.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is that they put so much emphasis on it from the beginning, right? They're just like our women's division, right? Focus on our women. We're gonna do this and this. And then it just fell real flat. And nobody kind of got into it the way that they wanted to. Like, look, I love Nyla Rose as the first trans champion, and
Yeah.
and all that. But so much of the things that they did felt like they were doing them to be the first ones to do it, because it was the right thing to do.
I think you're probably right. I do like the fact that we've got Riho back now.
Yes.
And that she's like in the picture, and that they can obviously do some stuff with her. I think she's extremely talented. But part of the problem that they had with her being the first women's champ is I didn't know who the fuck Riho was. There was no name recognition.
We only know who the fuck Riho is now because we've been watching AEW.
Exactly. But now at least I know who that is. I didn't know who Sheeta was, before any of this. Like but that could go on the men's side as well. I really didn't know who Jungle Boy or MJF, for instance,
or Ryan Nemeth.
Right. I didn't know a lot of these people who they were. Now we've got a bit of time. Now we're a couple years in. We've at least got a little bit of knowledge. So I feel like that's going to happen with other people that we're just seeing now. And over time, some of these people like your Serena Deebs, we're going to get a little bit more development behind them, and then hopefully they become, that face in a year or so. We'll be having this conversation in a year or so with, oh, can you believe how great X and X person was, or what have you? Right. That we barely know who they are right now. I mean, like that's really what it is.
The exciting thing about wrestling is that's what we hope what happens.
Yeah.
We're bitching about it now. We're saying they haven't been building it and haven't been doing anything, which to an extent we are correct in saying those things, but they've also hit roadblocks, and they are a new promotion.
Sure.
They're still new. And I also wonder, when you talk about the women's division in AEW, and then you talk about like how the fact that like Kenny is supposedly overseeing it, like how much is he really overseeing it?
Well,
how much is like
but Kenny loves that Joshi style of
he does.
wrestling.
He 100% fucking loves it. So I'm like, but I'm also wondering, like, Kenny can book shit. Like, I know he knows how to book shit.
I think Kenny's a little too focused on his own storylines right now.
Could be a
bigger picture.
I don't blame him.
Well, sorry, Duncan, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think that maybe it might have started with Kenny is going to be sort of like our booker and our spearhead of the women's division, but that may have sort of like shifted as he's now gradually taken that more figurehead role in the company.
Only do so much, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I did read a report though too, that Hikaru Shida has been the one that's pretty much been instrumental in the full Japanese side of this tournament.
I believe that.
She's the one that's booked it. She's kind of taken that under her wing, which I think is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Like let someone in, that's deep in the trenches, shall we say, kind of master
somebody who's familiar with it,
right?
Yeah,
like somebody who knows the pieces and the board.
Yes,
and who's proven herself, already within the division and had the championship. Yeah.
Did you guys see, switching gears a little bit, what Ric Flair said about Arn Anderson just recently?
Oh, I actually read this, but I can't recall.
Yes, so he was just talking about why they're no longer close, and it's kind of sad. He says, when I was sick, not a word. You spend 10 years being so close with these people, and you just wonder what really matters at the end of the day. It means nothing, apparently. That's a quote from Ric Flair regarding Arn Anderson.
Wow.
That's kind of tough.
Yeah, but some of the threads that I was reading that were related to this also imply that there's been tension between Flair and Arn kind of for years.
Ever?
Yeah, and there's stuff dating back to even when was it Reed died? Yeah. Reed Flair, Rick's son. There's stuff dating back to that like, there's been a lot of tension throughout the years, and it just seems like it might be one of those like, people grow apart or whatever. But it's weird to think, like, because Arn just to me seems like, what a nice guy, like Arn just seems like he's a nice guy to me.
You get that vibe from Arn?
I do, actually. I think he might be.
I get that Arn could be a dickhead.
I get that Arn is a mean drunk prick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just getting like, he's like kind of like the. I think we've all had this friend, and they all have stubby fingers. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and like they're kind of angry at the world because they're shorter and have stubby fingers.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
You know, and like that's kind of the vibe I get. Like, could be a great dude, good friend, good guy.
Arn
but like,
seems like
at
your
the same time,
mean drunk
there's
uncle.
like this like resentment deep down inside that like drives him to kind of be a dick most of the time.
But let's be honest, Ric Flair's no angel either.
Nah, no, nobody was ever trying to argue that Ric Flair was.
So there's that part as well. There's that part.
Also,
yeah, but Ric Flair fucking styles and profiles it.
He kind of owns it. He does own it.
He owns that shit.
Yeah.
He throws it out into the front lane and fucking rides it in the back of the limo all the way through that lane.
Right.
In fucking first class on his private jet with his
through Space Mountain.
Arn hides his styrofoam cooler.
That's what I'm saying. He's like the guy who, like, it's a resentment. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm this good because I am, but I resent because I don't, because like I'm not that.
Can I fantasy book something real quick?
What, Old Man Arn versus Old Man Flair?
No,
please do. Legends Night.
We were just talking about the women's division and how to improve it. You need to get Arn's girl Alicia Fox in with AEW. Get Alicia Fox and her and have Arn Anderson manager and fucking
let her drink with Hangman Page.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, new stable.
Book it.
She's actually one of the Four Horsemen. We didn't realize.
Yeah, there it is. I also think that the whole like Arn and Flair thing, they had to have had such professional jealousy even when they were in the Horsemen back in the day.
Yeah, they had to have.
All those dudes had to have been like because Flair was the man.
Mm-hmm.
They all knew that they were just his fucking like
playing second fiddle basically to Flair at all times. Yeah, and Flair probably let them know that.
I'm sure he did. There's a lot of accounts of Flair not being necessarily the best guy.
Yeah.
Flair hasn't been the best guy ever.
I mean, look, some of us have questionable role models.
Don't question the new father. Ask Lacey Evans because he's a brand new father of a child. So that's not. Let's not mess around with that. Do you guys want to do very quickly before we get out of here? I know you're kind of up on time, Matthew. As it's a school night for you, and you're you've already
school night, good brother.
Yeah, I know it is.
I throw it out there, but once I get into once I start swimming in the deep end, I'm like, I could hang out in the fucking Adult Swim for a little bit.
Yeah, but then you get delirious.
Yeah, and
it happens. It happens.
And we're up on that time of the show anyway.
I did also watch on Facebook. It showed up the other day, and it was I don't know why all the fucking like Rock coming back to Raw things always show up, but this was one where he was showing up in Miami. He hadn't been on Raw or anything in a long time. And he claimed, it's probably true, but I don't know. He claimed like, oh, I got up at fucking 3 a.m. or whatever.
That's what he does.
Iron Paradise, worked on the set of Ballers for fucking 14 hours. And then I came down here so I could fucking do this promo, right? Like in the ring. I'm just like, dude. There is not enough caffeine in the fucking world that could get me to do this. Literally, like, not at all. And I work a lot of and like, even this morning, like, I woke up, not The Rock. I'm 100% not The Rock. But, like, woke up, and it was, like, 4:40, 4:45. I knew I wasn't going to go to sleep. I knew my alarm was impending around, like, 5:30, 5:35. So I fucking got up. I fucking drank a little bit of caffeine. Fucking went down, jogged 3 miles, lifted a little bit of fucking weights. Fucking came up, showered, went down, ate some fucking oatmeal, came back up, did a bunch of fucking emails, and then started getting on calls. And it's now 10:12, and I'll probably do the same shit tomorrow. And I'm like,
goddamn,
how does that dude fucking do that? Because
Right.
there's like this weird wall that I hit. Like right now, I'm feeling good, feeling great, feeling
right?
good. How are you?
It'll just hit, and then you just
Yeah, but like, dude, 7, 8 o'clock.
yeah.
I'm the most sluggish motherfucker for 2 hours of like. There's nothing I can do. I can't drink like I could drink caffeine. I'll still go to sleep. I can eat food, still going to sleep.
Yep.
Right? I just power through it. But then I'm like, oh, I got emails, I got a podcast.
Then you get a second wind or whatever.
Yeah, or like fucking 5th or 6th. I'm just gonna keep going.
Right.
It's gonna go forever.
Yeah, but then I'm like, oh, I'll go to sleep, do my meditation, fucking like I'm like, how does The Rock fucking? And then I'm like, is he just that good at telling the story?
I think it's perfect. It's perfect nutrition, though, too. It's like like every bit of his life with the amount of money that he has is like he doesn't have to worry about anything that he doesn't want to worry about, right? Like because you've got to worry about still getting your rental car and flying in like booking your flight or whatever. Exactly. You've got to worry about life. He's got the money to put everything in somebody else's hands in that regard. You do not. So what he's doing is just like it's a better. Maybe he's just using his time differently in the fact that he can accomplish so much more because he's got this team around him.
That makes it. You got handlers,
right?
I need some handlers.
That's what you need.
Some handlers.
I'll be your handler, bro.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me.
Handler.
Well, I was going somewhere with that before we got off on the handler thing.
That's fine.
God damn it! Now I don't even remember.
Well, something about The Rock, obviously.
No, here we go. I got it. Yeah. Did you guys watch Young Rock?
I have not seen it yet. I was gonna watch it on my on-demand thing, and it wasn't working the other day. But is it an hour show or half hour? Do you know?
I watched it.
I would imagine maybe the first episode would be an hour, and then they probably are a half hour after that.
I don't recall. I feel like maybe it was a half hour, but Duncan, your reasoning sounds right.
Yeah.
But
any good?
I did watch. It was okay. I mean,
it was an NBC sitcom, right? I mean, like it
was an NBC. Well, it less sitcom-y, more. But the way they shoot it, it's very like new age. Like the way they shoot it, like him being presidential running and things like that. And then but a lot of wrestling stuff in the first episode.
I do have plans to. Yeah, I do have plans to
growing
check that
up
out.
Around the wrestlers and like a lot of that. So I don't know. I'm gonna check out the second episode. I'll probably watch them all regardless. But I want to hear what you guys think when you at least watch it. Your first reaction, because I'm not blown away and totally sucked in. I'm more of just like a fan of The Rock and wrestling.
Yeah.
So like
I'm just kind of seeing how they portray it and stuff. And
yeah. So like that's where I'm at. I'm not like, oh, I love this because of the content. It's because I'm a fan of wrestling.
I feel like it'll get a lot of people for the content, and then it'll get a lot of people like us who are just like, I like wrestling. I want to see how you portray Andre the Giant and
we're the casual fan of that.
Right.
Like this is made for the casual fans of wrestling, but we're the casual fan of that. Does that make sense? Like I think it does.
Oh, you just inversed it.
I inversed. I want to do a quick little thing before we get out of here. We did one of these or a couple of these in weeks past, and this one I've been sitting on for quite a while. But we're gonna go back to the Hall of Fame, boys, and we're gonna play the Hall of Fame game. We haven't played it in quite a few weeks because we've had just endless goddamn predictions to get through.
No.
Which I am the goddamn champion.
That you are.
Yes, you are, sir.
That you are. But we're
they pulled off me and Owen's only hope.
I know.
I spray that
Oh,
rubbing
I did it.
alcohol all around.
The way this works is I will announce the person who was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and you've got to guess who inducted them, right? So who was there I guess
The inductor
to the inductee. This is we're getting caught up now a little bit. Like now you're gonna start recognizing all the names because now we've skipped the big gap when they didn't do the Hall of Fame. So remember, like it went for it went for a long ass time. I forgot the exact dates, but now I think we're up to. Oh gosh, I'd have to look at it again, but it's something like 8 years or something around that they didn't do it at all, and then they brought it back. So now you'll at least know all of the people that we're talking about, right? Like it makes it a little bit easier because some of that early stuff. Sorry, it's before my generation. It's before
Bobo
it's.
Brazil.
I didn't.
Yeah, right. Every answer, Bobo Brazil.
Bobo Brazil.
So,
Kowalski. George Hackenschmidt.
You guys could both guess. You could take turns. It's all for bragging, right? It's not for anything. It's just for fun and games.
Duncan will win, but I'm playing.
Okay. We have 2-time NWA United States Heavyweight Champion, 4-time NWA Tag Team Champion, 1-time WWF Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, and 1-time WWF Tag Team Champions. It is Greg the Hammer Valentine, our best friend that we interviewed. Who inducted Greg? Yeah, he hated us. Who inducted?
His fucking dead dog in the back of his shed.
Someone from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, definitely not someone from Puerto Rico.
I didn't realize his real name is Jonathan Wazinski. I didn't realize that.
That sounds like a racist.
Oh, we should have asked him about that. I would have loved to know that fact.
So who do you think, guys? What's your guesses for who inducted Greg the Hammer Valentine? You both know this person, or know who he is, of course.
Is it Bobby Heenan?
Very good guess, but not the case.
Okay,
Not the case.
Well, I can't think of anybody else who would like Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Right?
Coco Beware. Bobo Brazil.
Bobo Brazil.
I really don't know.
Is it Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake?
I was about to say Brutus the Barber.
That's a good guess, though. That would have been a good guess.
That was literally where I was going. You fucking took it right off the tip of my tongue.
Unfortunately, no. It was the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy
Hart.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He managed him for a bit, right? I think. I mean, Jimmy Hart's kind of managed everyone over the years, so
at some point, yeah.
And even if he didn't, he had control of their storyline at some point.
Right.
So that's hair plug having fuck.
I'm thinking about getting some.
Yours would look better than
or
Jimmy
either
Hart.
that or like one of those.
Yeah, just bald it out like Travis Barker.
Yeah, you could do that.
Right?
You could do that. The next one I've got is the 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, 1-time and first NWA United States Heavyweight Champion, 3-time AWA Tag Team Champion, and WWF King of the Ring winner in 1986. Right? I didn't even know there was a King of the Ring in 1986. Harley Race.
Yeah, I was going to say Harley Race.
Okay. But obviously that's not who you're guessing. You're guessing who inducted Harley Race.
No, Harley Race is such a bad motherfucker. He inducted himself.
Right. Unfortunately not the case, but how far did the King of the Ring go back? I didn't know it was like that old. I mean, I just remember it from the 90s.
Well, I think
I'm going to actually Google that while I'm thinking. But
I think it was one of those things that they did
kind of adopted and
every so often, right? Because that was how Macho Man became Macho King.
But wasn't that? But it was still like a
1985.
85. So he would have been the
first ever King of the Ring winner in 1985. Don Marko was already an established star before winning the tournament. He was a 2-time Intercontinental Champion and had a short, high-profile feud with top star Hulk Hogan. with 3 of their matches headlining Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Yeah, and yes, Barilli, this is what we do. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you, buddy.
You buddy. I will. Ooh,
Who inducted Harley Race? We just talked about him, by the way.
Bobo Brazil.
Every answer.
Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Brutus
the Barber Beefcake.
Yeah. Fuck. Hold on.
I was gonna say like Vern Gagne because he was
That's not a bad guess. That's a good guess.
AWA guy, but
yeah,
Bobby Heenan.
You're so close. You're so close.
Sex Ferguson. Arn Anderson.
Damn it. You had a 1 out of 4 shot.
Tully Blanchard.
Bobby Heenan. It's gotta fucking.
It's not Bobby Heenan.
Ric Flair.
It's Ric Flair.
What? Really? It's Ric fucking Flair?
Ric Flair inducted Harley Race. Yeah.
Harley Race was the first one that put Flair over for the NWA Championship.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
Did Bobby Heenan manage him?
Harley Race?
Yeah.
I couldn't answer that question.
He might have for a hot second. I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking of King Harley Race with Bobby Heenan as his manager. I do believe he was part of the Heenan family for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, that rings slight bells. That does ring slight bells.
Harley Race with that beautiful purple robe.
Yeah, the purple robe.
That right? Okay.
And with his horrible fucking tattoos and looked like he just got done smoking like a pack of unfiltered Luckies.
That hair too, like that curly fucking whatever that is, like
the St. Louis fro.
It's not even a fucking Jerry curl. Yeah.
Yeah, the St. Louis fro.
Not even a white dude. Yeah.
Oh.
And he would rise from the grave and punch us all so hard in the dick that we would die.
I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna get fucking like punched in the face while I'm sleeping tonight by the ghost of Harley.
Yeah.
No shit. I'm gonna just wake up out of a sound sleep, just like
oh god damn it, Harley.
Like it throw up my testicles.
Oh, we got another one here.
Jesus Christ.
You'll know this guy as a one-time AWA World Tag Team Champion, former commentator in WWF and WCW, and the 38th governor of Minnesota.
Oh,
ladies and
gentlemen,
Jesse
the Body
Ventura.
And you see, we went to Area 51 and they wouldn't show us the aliens, but we knew that the aliens were there because we've seen it through our third eye.
That's a good
Chris Stratlander was there.
That might be my second favorite impression that you do now. Like you got your I'm starting to get your impressions. Like you got bad news like Wade Barrett.
I've got some bad news.
and that's all you can say with him, I know. But apart from that, like that's a good Jesse the Buddy Ventura.
Yeah.
This was the toughest one of this inducting class. You're not ever gonna get it. It's not a wrestler, so
it
makes it tougher.
Obviously not Hogan.
Is it Arnold
They
Schwarzenegger?
fucking hate each other.
No, but that would have been a good guess, Arnold. But,
I'm just going because as Barilli pointed out, he was in Predator.
He was in Predator.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Yeah. I'll save you some time if you want on this one because
Was it Carl Weathers?
It's his.
I hope it's Carl Weathers and Tobias Funke.
It's his son Tyrell Ventura, who I guess like he helped do
it's
like.
my favorite son of his.
He's the best one. But no, like I guess they did like they worked together on some of those conspiracy shows. His son's an actor and like writer.
Conspiracy with Jesse Ventura, like.
And Tyrell was trained by Carl Weathers in acting.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah. We got the next one here. It's a humus. Is it how do you say humus? Posthumous. Yeah, I wasn't even close.
Posthumous.
Way off.
Biopic.
I'm bad at words. Say it again.
Samsonite. I was way off.
Posthumous inductee, represented by his daughter, LaToya Ritter, held 15 championships while wrestling in the Mid-South Wrestling Association, including 4 reigns as Mid-South North American Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Junkyard Dog,
JYD.
Sylvester Ritter.
Thump.
I have his action figure.
Yeah.
Unopened.
Yeah.
Wow. Because we named a strain of weed after him.
Obviously.
That's pretty dope. That could be worth some money.
Junkyard OG.
Yeah.
It's named after a junkyard dog.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Star Wars and
we
wrestling.
bred it ourselves.
Thanks, Jay. We appreciate you.
I think you guys will know that.
Man, if you ever hear this, didn't do that. So don't try
Didn't
and
happen.
take my money.
Yeah, it definitely didn't happen. I think you guys you'll know the name. I forget. I'm actually looking him up myself right now just to make sure, because I knew the name. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking of the right guy.
Go Beware. Yeah.
No, not Coco Beware this time, but is associated with an animal.
Jake the Snake.
It was not Jake the Snake, believe it or not. It was not.
Oh, Big Cat Ernie Ladd.
Yeah, he got one. Dougie, guys, he's on the board. That's actually your second one, technically, because you got Harley, technically.
I told you Duncan was gonna win.
But first guess, that's pretty good, man. Good job.
You said cat, and I was like, wait, Junkyard
Dog, cat.
Because we had Ernie Ladd as
it's all coming together.
Yeah,
Ernie Ladd was an inductee before.
Yes, he was.
Oh.
And I think maybe the previous class to this one.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. Okay, we have. This is a legend now from our childhood for sure. A one-time WWF World Heavyweight Champion and 2-time NWA United States Heavyweight Champion. Surprised there's not a little bit more to his, bio here, but
there's always a lot of NWA championships.
Yeah.
For all of these.
NWA and AWA, yeah.
We're talking about, of course, Robert Remus, better known as Sergeant Slaughter.
Ooh.
Fuck, what's his name? Hold on. Fuck, why can't I'm picturing him. Why can I not fucking think of his name?
Is it Bob? It's Arnold Scotland.
Someone who passed away pretty recently.
The Fink?
Was not the Fink?
Who else died recently? Oh, Pat Patterson.
It was Pat Patterson. Yep. Good job, bud. Good job. Not yet to get on the board is Matthew, but that's okay. It's just for fun.
Yeah.
Don't pressure
I told
him.
you. I told you Duncan was going to win off that. When we started.
Oh, I would
podcast,
be off
Owen,
if I was.
Owen, when we started this podcast, I told you I'm horrible with names and dates.
That is true. That is true. You did.
We
And
had that
I'm like
conversation.
Rain
Very
Man of
upfront
wrestling
conversation.
If I was on the other side of the coin here, and I
like
was the one
playing the game,
answering, if I was the one answering, I would not be getting any of these right myself. So
Yeah,
don't.
you'll notice
don't.
I
All,
win
all
this.
I'm
I don't
saying
win
is,
predictions.
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
hate the player. Don't hate the game. I'm still your champion.
Yeah, it's true. This is true.
True.
Next, we have the one-time WWF World Heavyweight Champion, Eldridge Wayne Coleman. Eldridge Wayne Coleman. Better known as Superstar Billy Graham.
Oh.
Ooh.
Idris Elba.
It's not. Wait a minute. What?
Don Morocco.
Good guess. No. More relevant, recent person than that. At this time, he would have been a young, up and coming superstar, I would imagine.
Is it? Wait, what year is this induction?
I would have to look that up. I want to say 04.
This Triple H.
It is Triple H. Well done. Well
Fuck.
done.
Sorry.
How did you get from Don Morocco to
To Triple H. That's pretty good.
Wait, no, hold on. Explain the way the synapses fired there, please.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of this going on.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying you bypassed a couple of binary and it just okay. No, Don Morocco, Triple H.
Okay, superstar Billy Graham, body guy, like
yeah.
So I went with Don Morocco first because he was another big body dude, and then when Owen said more recent,
that was the guy that you thought of.
Well, because Triple H got his start with bodybuilding.
I thought, but wasn't Triple H like a Killer Kowalski guy?
He was a Killer Kowalski guy, but because
did bodybuilding before.
Exactly. Like it was the bodybuilding connection. Like if I could remember anybody from the WBF, I'm sure that I would have named some random obscure person.
Okay. Like, dude, that was just way too. I was like, how the
how
fuck
do you get from there to there?
Literally, it's like you literally just warp speeded ahead in your mind and like here we are. I'm like still back here, like I'm like in this weird ass ship, like fucking I don't know. Fucking thrusters and shit.
Fly this thing, and meanwhile, I'm
exactly. And Duncan's like warp speed Triple H.
I am very impressed at how well he's done on this. To be honest, like I'm really impressed.
Okay, and so let me
with a little bit of help, but not much.
No, but definitely not much. But also, I will say this: when we had that initial conversation when I first joined the podcast, and I was like, I'm really bad at dates, and like I know wrestling, I know like the history of wrestling, and like I know all that, but if you ask me about specific dates, I'm not good. And
I'm shit at that too.
Duncan's fucking amazing at it.
He is.
He was like, he was like, just so you know, and I was like, I'm pretty aware, but like now you just sealed the fucking deal.
Yeah.
It's obscene. The shit that takes up the space in my fucking brain.
Think about, you could have like solved like the cure for cancer by now if you didn't have all this shit just like hanging around like dumb wrestling knowledge.
Bong, Resin, and Bobby Heenan quotes.
And guar somehow has like some guar and quadrant of the brain.
Spew in there, yeah.
We'll get
Bong,
to our
Bobby Heenan quotes. That's a good name.
That is a great band name. Bong Resin.
Bong Resin, Bobby Heenan.
That's the name of the show. Bong Resin. I don't even have to.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Fucking it. That's it.
It's
no need to talk in gorilla after.
No, for once.
That was it. That's
we actually wrote it down, and it's true because I have the most random obscure and. The amount of times that I go, well, actually, and
it was in 2013.
It was actually at No Way Out in 2006 that I would go because.
Dude, I fucked up the order of the fucking Elimination Chamber matches tonight. That's how bad I am. Like I got them mixed up. So like fucking.
There
ain't no laws when you're drinking them
bad
cows,
as
son.
me, if I'm not worse, but fucking Duncan, I will say the conversation I'm alluding to. That Owen and I did have when I first joined the podcast.
I don't remember this really.
And, oh God, I remember it like that. That's one thing I do remember.
Okay.
And like Owen was like, yeah, like you know, like Duncan just like he knows all the dates and he knows all the history and he's like, I'm kind of good at it. And I was like, oh, you guys, I've listened to the podcast. You guys are fucking great. Like, and then I was like, but to be honest, I was like, I know the wrestlers, I know the matches. And I know, like, but I was like, I'm really bad about, like, saying, like, it's this pay-per-view or this year or that. And he was like, yeah, me too. And he's like, but just so you know, Duncan's fucking great at it. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty aware.
It's because I was a big fat virgin for a real long time.
Yeah, now it just got thrown in my fucking face. But you know what? I'm still the champion.
Yeah.
Still got the belt.
We've got two more superstars and one celebrity coming up. We have two-time WWF Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, 1989 King of the Ring, and two-time WWF Tag Team Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Tito Santana, otherwise known as Merced Solis.
I love Tito Santana.
Mm-hmm. Who inducted Tito?
I fucking hate this game.
Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard.
Doink the Clown? I don't fucking know.
Yes. I think it was Bobby Heenan who used to call him like a tortilla chucker.
God damn it! If you win with that, I'm
It's
gonna
not
be
Bobby
so
Heenan.
pissed.
I know it's not Bobby Heenan. If I win with that, the imaginary game that we're
Well,
playing.
you already won, but
Any guesses?
I don't know, like Rick Martel.
Very good guess. I mean, I could see that happening. Was not Rick Martel someone? I'm trying to give you a clue without giving too much away. I'll tell you this: he hangs out at NXT.
Shawn Michaels?
It was Shawn. It was Shawn.
God damn it! Didn't even have time to think.
You got the same clue.
I know I did. I'm not complaining.
Is that your new
fucking-
exercise for your finger?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got one more actual.
And
Nothing
then
can stop the claw.
One more. Well, actual.
got them
not
in different
wrestling, but-
sizes too.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
All right,
look at that.
who's the last before the celeb?
Before the celeb. All right. Former commentator and longtime manager in AWA, WWF, and WCW. It is Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh.
I was dying to do that, by the way.
And the sad thing is I know that it's not Monsoon because I know in his speech he got super emotional and said, "I wish Monsoon was here."
Yep.
And it killed me. Fuck.
Hey, this one's tough.
Vince?
This one is tough. It's not
Oh.
Vince. It's not. It's yeah. This
You'd
one's
think
tough.
it would be Vince. Ooh.
What year was it?
Again,
I just told you I'm really bad with
I-
years.
I
so
think-
it
thinking like
actually doesn't matter. Don't waste your time looking it
2004.
up.
I
We're
feel
thinking,
like
like,
it's
early
04. It's early 2000s. It's like the easiest way to say it for sure. Yeah, I would have to look up the exact. I think it's 2004, but don't quote me 100% on that.
Not
Yeah, this one's
Probably not
tough.
Shane,
This one's definitely tough.
Tony Schiavone, Mean Gene,
I'll give you a clue. He was a cowboy.
Bob Orton.
He was a professional wrestler. He retired in 1985. So it's old school.
Cowboy Bob Orton.
You're getting closer, but no. Trained by local promoter Vern Gagne.
My favorite local promoter.
Is it Stan Hansen?
I don't fucking know.
You're getting close, but no, I don't think you're gonna get this one.
Blackjack Mulligan. That's the last one.
You're
Did I just
Jesus.
fucking
Okay.
get it?
the other Blackjack.
Fucking-
Oh.
Yeah, I know, it's tough.
Matthew just got mad.
It's Blackjack Lanza.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. I don't think
I can never remember Lanza. I can
No.
always remember Mulligan, but I can never remember Lanza.
Well, he was tag teams. Like it was the Blackjacks, right?
Right, it
Him,
was the Blackjacks.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Last
Matthew,
one.
I didn't get it. It's okay.
Yeah, you can come back now.
You can come back. You don't have to be upset.
Poor guy. What do I wait? Do I wait for the last one to
I
do
think he
this?
can hear us. It's fine.
Yeah,
He's just raging somewhere
He's
else.
just raging. Yeah, probably rocking a piss.
breaking his bathroom.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. Oh, the last one though. Okay. There's not much here, but we'll all remember this. And this one might be an easier one for you to get. He appeared at WrestleMania's. Oh God, I can't do Roman numerals very good. Oh.
VI, XI1, X.
15. Okay, he appeared at WrestleMania's 14, 15, and 16. It is indeed Pete Rose. I was just gonna say he's a baseball player.
Yep.
Accused, of course, of multiple shenanigans with the gamblins.
Banned for life from the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, is that still the case? Wow.
Still the case, and he is like, I think he still holds a record in baseball for something not gambling related.
Right. I think you're right. I think I heard that not too long ago.
Like it might be like stolen bases, not stolen bases.
I don't know. I don't
But
watch baseball.
It's something.
But yeah, you got any guesses?
Paul Bear.
You ain't far off.
Kane.
Yep. It's Kane.
That's what I thought.
It's Kane. Well done, buddy. Well done. Did you hear that last part?
I could hear all that shit.
Okay.
You know what? I did walk away, and you know what? I had my phone in my hand on the other side of my computer because I was gonna fucking win that one. I didn't. God damn it.
Well, it was a bit of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
That one, seriously. As soon as it's Pete Rose. It has to be
In that world.
Yeah, it has to be fucking Kane, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he did do the fucking. What was it? Was it a tombstone pile driver?
Yeah. And then one time he was
the
dressed
infamous.
up as like the chicken or whatever, and then he got.
Oh,
He did a lot of goofy fun stuff though. Like credit to Pete Rose. Is he still
Rose,
alive?
No, I'm on.
I think he died,
because
right?
I was cheating.
Because I was.
I think he did die recently.
I think he's dead. He did. Sorry, Pete Rose. Anyway.
He's set. It says 79.
Oh, so maybe he's alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, all right. Bring him back. Bring him back for Legends Night.
Yeah.
That's a Legends Night I'd want to fucking see.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I had to try and cheat, but
Hey.
it had to be a chicken shit like the Miz, and he's the champion.
Lie, cheat, and steal.
I knew Duncan was gonna win from day one. So
Look, in the immortal words, to quote Bobby Heenan, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Yes.
there you go.
That being said, that was the Hall of Fame. That was good. That was good, guys.
fun. That was good.
That was real good.
Definitely.
I'm guessing I'm looking at things, and I'm gonna probably wrap this up now. But I was trying to think, like, what is the next pay-per-view? Has to be Revolution, right? Is it Revolution before Fastlane, or is it Fastlane?
Or Fastlane.
Is it?
Oh,
Revolution.
yes, that's awesome.
The Revolution.
had to build it. And then I broke Owen.
Wrong pipe. You made me laugh. Sorry.
So
I'm gonna
Fastlane
cut that out as a soundbite and have it on my thing. They're just ready to go. Yeah,
So
I don't know.
Revolution's March 7th. Fastlane's the 21st.
Okay, so it'd be Revolution next then. I guess it would. So we have to do it next week. Do we do
Next
predictions?
week?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week.
I will be back in this same hotel room.
Oh God! Please tell me you're at least going back home first.
Literally, I'm going back home to get my dog's medicine and food from my house and give it to the sitter and turn around and come back.
God damn it, man! You need like a timeshare or something.
Because
I
I
don't know.
didn't realize that I was going to be needed to turn. Like, I thought I was going to have 2 days with my dog. Turns out, like, I'm going to probably put stuff on the front porch of the sitter's house so that my dog doesn't get too excited to see me.
To see you. Yeah. 'cause you
I'm
will.
real sorry to hear that, buddy.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, big old D's.
But you know what I am doing? Positive note.
Sinning and winning.
Sinning and winning, and I am gaining all the miles, so when this shit lifts, I can come see you motherfuckers free of fucking charge.
That's what's
Goddamn
up.
right.
That is the goddamn ticket.
Goddamn right. You know, you got multiple places to stay, and you know, at the end of the day, hopefully there's a reason, like when all this shit ends, like we can go to a wrestling show together, man, and just even if
Exactly.
even if there's not, We just need to hang out, motherfuckers. So
we're gonna watch some fucking wrestling and all hang out.
oh, we could theoretically probably go to an NXT. So like, there's always that too.
Yeah, we can do.
I probably have enough
places.
points to do it now.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well,
but it's COVID, so we're gonna hold off.
Yes.
And we're gonna hold off, and we're gonna do it right. And when the shit happens,
we're gonna open the forbidden door.
And I can probably lend y'all some points.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, everybody. It is time that we get out of here for the evening. It's been a fun one. I had a really good time with this show. Thank you to everybody that has been downloading the show. We've had some really good record numbers once again. We had record numbers last month, but we're even getting more than that. We've already broke last month, so we hope.
You're champion.
Yeah, that's probably why. That's definitely why.
It could be because I'm the trivia master.
Could be that. Could be that. Or it could just be that we've got a great fan base out there, and wrestling has been pretty good lately. So it's the shit.
So just deal with it.
We love ya. What do we say when we get out of here, boys? Oh wait, I got to do a couple plugs. Patreon.com/ONRS. Join our Facebook group. Just find it over at facebook.com/group/OhNo Wrestling. Please be in there. You can find the show in there. If you're listening to the podcast, we do this show on Tuesday nights around 8:30 or 9 o'clock, depending. That's over at twitch.tv/ONRS Live. OhNoWrestling.com. If you want to leave a voicemail, there's always that. That's 407-906-6466. And what do we say when we get out of
Instagram
here?
at OhNo Wrestling.